issue on the claim to the left.
Okay.
So as I mentioned before, the person who's filing the claim is not in the office, but I thought I'd take a look at everything before I see what's going on. And from what I can see here from the appraiser's notes, they are not relating the box to this claim. They're not relating the box.
Okay, well, I mean, I just don't, that's completely wrong. I mean, when he was, I mean, so, I mean, there's got to be some sort of appeals process or something, or to have someone else come in, because, I mean, okay.
Yeah, there is. So what you can do is, can you send us an email?
Yeah, I can send you an email.
Yeah, so I'm going to give you the email address. It's State Farm Claims.
Okay.
At statefarm.com. Again, State Farm Claims with an S at the end.
Okay.
At statefarm.com.
Okay.
And in the subject window, please make reference to the claim number. And the claim number is 2391 B as in Bob 456 C as in cat.
Okay.
And in the body of the letter, start off just by saying, I hereby wish to dispute the findings of State Farm, and I am filing an appeal. Something to that effect.
Okay.
And then below that, in like bullet points, if you can explain why you believe that it's related to the accident, give as much detail as you think is necessary. If you have any other photos you want to include, that's fine. But what's more important is just your basic reasonings and your argument for why you are sure that the bed is from the accident.
Okay. I get all that. See, you know, I feel like I've made my case pretty well on this. I mean, I'll do that. I mean, I'll do whatever I got to do. But I mean, I can't help but feel like, you know what I mean? Like, feel like you guys are just calling me a liar. I mean, I've had full coverage insurance with you guys since the beginning. And when you think about this from a logic standpoint, I just had I was just rear-ended with my tailgate down, and my tailgate was damaged. Now, logic says if there was damage to my box, I would have obviously said, okay, it's from this accident that was barely a month before this. That's logic, right?
Right.
Okay, so why am I sitting here stomping my feet so hard saying, no, it's not from that, and I'm saying it's from State Farm? I mean, common sense would say that. I'm just trying to be honest about this. I mean, honestly, this is from this incident. And you guys are basically just calling me a liar, you know what I mean? And I've been doing this for 6 months with you guys now on this incident, and this is getting really, really ridiculous, you know what I mean? And you can see in there, if you look at the file, how much I've been messaging you guys and calling you guys, and you guys don't respond. You don't respond to my and I've sent messages saying I basically disagree with your guys' findings, and I never get any real answers. No one ever calls me back. So I mean, I'm willing to do what you're saying, but I guarantee no one's going to call me back. And you know what I mean? And it's getting to the point where it's like, when you really think about this as a whole, this is honestly, you guys are this is breach of contract. I mean, why would I lie? It doesn't even make sense. You know what I mean? I mean, I've been insured with you guys since I bought the truck. What I could have just claimed the damage if there was already damage there to begin with. So it just doesn't make sense that it's not from this accident or it's not from this incident. What difference would it make? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't I just file a new claim and say it was from something else? You know what I mean? I just don't get how you guys can honestly justify saying it's not from this. You get my point here?
Well, I get your point, sir, and our job isn't to really judge your character or call you a liar. We just make a judgment based upon the physical evidence that's sent.
Right, and the physical evidence proves my point. I mean, it does. I mean, common sense says you...
The load did not enter the truck box.
Right, but it bent the frame that the box is sitting on, and the box is bent, the box is bolted to the frame, and the frame was bent in the middle of the box. So what's going to happen to the box when you bend the frame? You can't argue the logic here. You know what I mean? It's going to bend the box.
We would expect there to be a buckle on the out-of-box side, and there was no buckle, no sign of giving way.
There is a buckle. There's a buckle on the inside. There was a buckle on the inside of the truck, like on the inside of the box, and there's a rail right next to that. You probably can hardly see it in the picture, but I know that when Jeremy came out, he seen there's a cover on the back of my truck, and there's an aluminum rail, and it was actually kinked on the inside, and it right next to where it divots in right there on the right hand side of that box, and either way, I mean, it was like, I understand what you're saying. If it's gonna bend the box, if really bad, it would be a kink. But what if it's not really bad? What if it's just subtle like this? You know what I mean? You can see the picture. Okay, go on.
Another thing that's going to help you when you send in your appeal, because I'm going to give you the reasons why they're doubting that the box is related. The other reason
Oh my God. I'm sorry, man. It's not a heavy duty. It's a half ton. And hey, man, you look at the picture. If you look in the file, no, listen. I uploaded a picture. I uploaded a picture of the box before I brought it to the shop to have it fixed. There was no dents in it. You can see it. You can see there was no dents until they tried straightening it out. Clearly, they were using a hammer and everything else to get the creases out when they were trying to straighten out the frame. You know what I mean? When they straightened out the box, when they straightened out the frame, it kinked the box so bad that they were using hammers to hit the bed, and that's why it's so damaged. You can see the pictures from the day I brought it to Ed's of the inside of the box. Look on the pictures I uploaded. You'll see from Fix It Auto, Fix It Collision, one of your guys' shops took the pictures. You'll see the inside of the box right there. It's on the files I uploaded. You'll see the inside of the box. All them dents that he's saying are not there in that picture.
That's why I'm telling you this now, so you can put that in your report. They're making it up, otherwise those dents for because again, they're saying the load did not enter the trunk box.
I understand it did not, but it bent the frame that the box is sitting on, and it's pretty obvious, man. Dude, I'm so sick of this, man. Seriously, it bent my box, man. I mean, I just don't understand how you can't understand. It's like, how are you guys even how is this even auto insurance if you don't understand how metal bends? It's so obvious to me. It's like, think about it being bent down in the back. It bent the box down, and then they lifted up on the back of the frame with the box on, and you could see how it bent the rails up. I mean, it's...
On the photos that we have, there's no visible buckle on the outer box.
It's right. There's no buckle, but you can see the dip, right? You can see the dip in the rail. You can see the dip in the rail in the picture. I just uploaded the pictures up to the file yesterday, the day before. There's new pictures in there, and you can see the picture from the back as you're looking at the rail on the driver's side. You can see right when it gets up by the box there. You can see how it's bent, like it dips in. And then there's a picture of the passenger side. And if you look real close, there's a dip there because it carries through from where they tried bending the frame up because they left the box on. You can see what I'm saying. Man, I've already put it in there. But okay, so then how long does the appeals process take? When can I expect a response?
The appeals process can take anywhere between 2 and 4 days. So I've just got the better part of the week.
I just don't. This is illogical to me. I mean, to me, it seems so obvious. So what happened to so if the frame is bent and the box is sitting on it, what happens to the box? Does it just magically not bend?
Well, the reason why from what I read in the notes here from the appraiser, they didn't agree to. Hold on a second. It looks like it was a corrective repair. By the way, we also owe you $500 because we took out the deductible.
Whatever. I mean, either way. I mean, that's neither here nor there. Because I mean, here's the other part: is you.
I had to make you aware. But the frame, they agreed to replace the LK2 frame because they viewed that as a corrective repair from the original shop, which I think was Ed.
Yeah.
And they feel that they damaged the frame when they were doing the repair, so that's why they agreed to replace the frame, but not because of the actual action.
Right, but either way, so this is my point. So if we erase that damage from what the shop did, from damaging the frame, okay, and we take it as it is right now, the frame is not in spec of the manufacturer, regardless of that break. That's my point. Is why can't you guys authorize where we can take the truck to an actual frame shop and they could digitally measure everything, you know what I'm saying, with lasers and everything else, and then we can get a definitive answer of the box, the frame, where it stands, before you guys actually replace the broken part, because that's neither here nor there. And that could, honestly, I mean, that could prove you guys right, or it could prove me right.
First, you can always get a second opinion. It's your truck. If you want to take it somewhere else and they have some more information for us to consider, we'll be more than happy.
But that's what I did. I brought it to another shop. I brought it to a second shop, and you guys aren't even, they're the ones who are agreeing with me, and you guys, because they agreed with me, you guys dropped them as one of your guys' SSI shops.
Right. I don't know if that other shop has a frame machine, though. Did they put it on the frame machine?
What do you, you can see the frame is bent, and now they showed Jeremy where the other shop heated up the frame, and the manufacturer even says you cannot heat up the frame when you straighten it. It says no heat can be applied to a high-strength steel. So what I'm saying is they literally tried so hard to straighten out that frame, and now I could take pictures of my truck today, and the box, the gap from the back of the cab, okay, the back of the cab right now where it stands to the bottom of the box is uneven. It's like 2 inches at the top and 1 inch at the bottom. So if we were to erase the broken frame right now, where does State Farm stand on? It's still looking like shit, is my point. Like, regardless of whether or not you guys are saying that the box, whatever, is not part of it. What about it being crooked? That's the part you're missing. Is it's not satisfactorily repaired. It doesn't look like it used to, is what I'm saying. If you don't want to replace the box, then fix it at least, is what I'm telling you. I'm saying it's still crooked. Like, as it sits right now, the truck looks like crap. The gap from the top of the box down to the bottom is not even like it should be, so it's not even repaired. You guys didn't even fix it. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. It's not fixed. It's not just that I want the box replaced. It's that it's sitting on there crooked. What don't you get about this, man? And not only that, like, every sensor in my truck is going off right now from the back from what that other shop did. I'm not satisfied with the repairs, is what I'm trying to tell you. It has nothing to do with okay, you don't want to replace the box, and fix it, man, because it's crooked. That's the part you're not understanding to me. That's not going to fix the gap in between the box and the truck. So what I'm saying is, so if they replace the frame and there's still an uneven gap in between the box and the truck, what do we do then? It just doesn't make sense what you guys are trying to say. What, can you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not, this frame ain't straight. Ed's even admitted all they did was pull on the frame until the body lines look good. And all it did was spring back. You know what I mean? I recorded the conversation with the owner, and he said, yeah, that's what we did. We straightened it out till the body lines look good. That's not manufacturer specs, man. They lied to all of us about it. And now, and like I said, I could take a picture of the gap right now, and it's not fixed. It's like, you know what I mean? I understand. See, you're saying we're going to replace the frame. Well, what difference does that make? Because what you're saying is, you guys are saying that, oh, they don't have a machine to measure the frame. Well, then you're contradicting yourself. Because you're saying that, so you're saying the frame is bent then. You know what I mean? So you guys should have replaced it either way then, is what you're saying.
They're replacing the frame to correct the repair from the original shop.
Right, so what I'm saying to you is, what about and they're saying because they damaged it, you could see the 2 holes that they put in it, and that has nothing to do, right, and it has nothing to do with how straight the frame is, correct? Okay, so that doesn't address the situation where they didn't fix the truck, that the gap in between the box and the cab is not even. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's still bent. So no matter what, and where I stand from it is, what they did is they heated up the frame to straighten it out back. I bet you they did straighten it pretty good. And what happened was they damaged the frame in the process. But the box was so bent down. I'm telling you, man, it was bent down so bad. You have no idea, man. There was a hump in the back of my truck, at least 4 inches, right over where the axle is. And there was no good picture, no way to get good pictures because it's black in color. Like, you could look at the pictures from Fix It Auto, and you can't see a hump in there, but it was there, man. It was like 4 inches. You know what I mean? And what I'm telling you is picture it like this. So if you split the truck in half from where the cab is and where the box is, and you bend it right there, that would make sense for what you guys are saying. I would believe you that the box wasn't bent. But that's not where it bent. The frame bent at the axle point, which means what had to give? The box. The box had to bend with the frame, correct? I mean, what else would it do?
Mr. Burke, you're making some interesting points about this, but you have to put that into the appeal.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you guys didn't even fix my truck. It's like I'm still at day one. Minus the holes they put in the frame, it's like I'm still in the same situation as I was when this originally happened. The truck has not even been fixed. What are you guys going to do to straighten out my box? That's what I'm asking you. It is bent up, man. It's not, you don't want to replace it? Fine, then fix it, man. You know what I mean? Like,
they're saying the box has nothing to do with this loss at all.
Oh my God. And seriously, I'm telling you that you're out of your mind, man. Like, how can you honestly say that? Like, seriously, think about it, dude. If the frame was bent where the wheel was, how did the box just stayed straight? So the frame never bent?
They're saying that the frame didn't bend from this accident. The frame would need to be replaced because of the corrective repairs from the original.
So what did I bring it to the shop for then? Listen to what you're saying. So all I did was bring it to Ed's Auto Body for them to break the frame? So why did you guys pay for the frame straightening on this accident? You guys paid for frame straightening, but that wasn't what was wrong with it? What is wrong with you, man? Think about it, dude, what you're saying. Dude, you guys paid for the frame to be straightened. What are you talking about? Now you're just making... Seriously, man, you can't be serious right now.
Mr. Burks, you have to file an appeal.
Dude, you're not answering. Listen, I got you on the phone now. Answer my question. Because you know what? I'm recording this, and I'm going to put it on YouTube later.
I don't have an answer for your question right now.
So you're just going to lie. You're just like, dude, you paid for the frame to be straightened. Why did you not fix the box? I'm asking you, man. Seriously, just answer the goddamn question. I pay you guys for insurance.
I don't have an answer for you right now for that question.
Then why do I got to file an appeal, man? Fix my truck. I've had enough of this shit. Fix it.
Mr. Burks, you're denying the box. If you're appealing that denial, then you have to...
Dude, you haven't even done anything to my truck. You haven't even fixed it. Why are you playing with me, man? Seriously. Dude, I pay you guys for insurance. Why don't you fix my truck? Answer the question. How did you guys pay for the frame to be straightened, and that's not even part of the damage?
Mr. Burks, you're going around in circles.
Yeah, that's right, dude. Seriously, you guys are fucking crooks, man. You're a fucking fraud, you piece of shit.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, this is Dan.
Hey Dan, I was just giving you a call. Looks like we have an estimate for your vehicle totaling $5,258.06, and was just wanting to confirm you want this payment made over to you.
For what?
So it's the estimate for your vehicle, your 2019 Ram.
Okay, but that's not going to cover the frame. I've called around to like 6 or 7 shops. They all laughed at me. It's not even close.
Yeah, they could definitely work off of that estimate, and then if they have supplements...
Why? The shop I'm going with already submitted one, and you guys haven't answered them.
Okay, so at this time, our AEAs, our estimators, have reviewed everything as best as what we owe at this point, but if they need anything additional, they can definitely continue to submit supplements and explain as to why they need it.
Well, we already did, but you guys didn't even respond. It's like $15,000 to replace the frame. So I mean, I guess I don't know where you guys are coming from with that estimate. I mean, like, what are we supposed to do with that? Like, that's not even close to repairing my truck. I mean, there's no shop anywhere that will replace the frame for that amount of money. So I don't know what you guys are trying to pull, but that's not going to work. And plus, I filed an appeal, so I kind of would like to know what's going on with that, because I've been calling Matt and I ain't been getting a phone call back. So, you know, I guess I don't know what you guys are trying to pull, but I mean, honestly, like, I need my truck fixed. You know what I mean? I don't even feel safe driving the thing, and I'm just tired of this. I mean, so what do I got to do to get you guys to respond to the, you know, because we filed a supplement and you guys didn't even say anything.
So it looks like it was reviewed at this point. The estimator indicates that is what we owe, $10,258.06. I can see the frame on there.
Right, but that doesn't cover all the labor. That's like not even half the amount of labor that it takes. What I'm saying to you is you can't just, like, I understand where you're coming from, but you need to understand where I'm coming from, that I can't get it done for that. And you guys have to replace my frame. So I guess, what am I supposed to do here? You guys aren't even like, so the shop ain't going to start working on the truck until you guys agree to an amount. You know what I mean? That's reasonable. I mean, $5,000 is nowhere near enough to replace the frame. I mean, that's like about half, you know what I mean? So, I mean, and then not even half actually. So, I mean, and that's, you know, so I guess I don't really know what to do. So what do I do?
I guess if you know, has the shop been able to speak to the estimator, like when they submit it over? Does the
Oh my God. Like
we've
had the estimator out and he agreed with us about everything. And then all of a sudden he turned on us and denied half the claim. So, I mean, I guess I'm confused. Like, I mean, like the box needs to be replaced. The bumper needs to be replaced. There's so much damage that you guys are not including in this estimate that is just beyond me. That's why I filed an appeal. So I guess I'm confused. Like the frame, yeah, obviously has to be replaced because, you know, your shop broke it. So either way, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, to be honest with you, it really isn't even, the way we feel about it is that in the first place, the frame should have been replaced and the box should have been replaced because as you can see from the pictures in my claim, they're all bent. The box is all bent up still. So, I mean, I guess You guys are killing me here. I mean, honestly, like this is stressing me out so bad. Like I don't even know what to do. You guys are not being fair here. I mean, I pay my insurance and you guys are not fixing my truck. I mean, like no one will, like I've called around, no one will repair my frame for that. And not only that, that's not even all the damage. You guys sent me a letter that says that doesn't even make sense. Something about up and down. Like, what are you talking about? I mean, I called the state of Minnesota. Like, I already talked to the investigator, you know, and I also talked to the Attorney General's office, and they're real interested in this case. I know the Department of Commerce is working on their, you know, getting files from you guys and whatnot because you guys aren't compliant or whatever. And I just don't know why it's got to come to this. I mean, you know, this is not fair. We've been with you guys for a while. We switched all over to all our insurance to you guys, and you guys are really being unfair during this time when this is clearly was not my fault. You guys already said it wasn't my fault. You guys are going to end up going after the scrapyard anyway, so I don't understand why you're fighting me so hard on fixing my truck. You know? So, I mean, what do I got to do? Who do I got to talk to get this appeal going, or what do I got to do?
So, in terms of that, so to get everything, I guess, reviewed, I would have to submit a supplement, and then I can notate here, hey, to the shop to review, you know, exactly what they're needing.
We did file a supplement. Like, I mean, you don't see it on there? It's $34,000. I mean, I'm confused. We was back. What's that?
I was just going to ask, were they clear as to what, like, are they disputing the parts, or will this be, you know, what they're adding?
Well, yeah. Okay, so like for instance, like, so your guy on there, like, I don't have it right in front of me. And if I move my phone too much, I'll lose my signal. But I don't have it right in front of me, and I know you guys have a copy of it because it was sent over to you guys. So, I mean, you probably could compare it side by side. But so, like, for instance, he has like 19 hours of body labor, and that's not going to do it. You know what I mean? Or of whatever kind of labor. And then there's like he only has 19 hours of mechanical labor, but that's only half of what it takes. From my understanding and from the estimate I've read and everything I've read online, it takes about 80 hours total. It takes 40 hours mechanical and 40 hours of regular, body work. So, and that's just, you know, honestly, that's just the frame. And then there's all sorts of like bolts and clips and all sorts of, like consumables and stuff like that are one-time use. You can't take them off of the old frame and use them on whatever, you know, because that's even with the used one. They're not, you know what I mean? They're not even trying to like buy new parts. That's with going with your guys' used frame. I mean, you guys are being pretty unfair about it because it's like, I mean, think about it. It's a 2019 Ram pickup. I mean, think about it in your mind. Changing a frame out, pulling the cab up in the air and the box, pulling the engine, pulling the transmission, pulling all the suspension out for $5,000. You got to be kidding me. Like when I called the shop, he's like, is this a joke? He's like, you're going to have to call your adjuster or your estimator because they are way off. And that's why I guess I'm really confused. Like, I'm not kidding you. I called 5 or 6 shops yesterday and they all laughed at me. Even some of the shops around here that are like $199 paint job, they laughed at me. They said the cheapest they could get was just about $10,000. And I ain't having them do my work. You know what I mean? They're just a hack shop. Like, I mean, so I guess I'm confused. Like, I don't know what you guys are trying to pull here. Like, I mean, honestly, like this is my truck. I mean, it's an investment to me because I paid $51,000 for this truck and you guys are just treating it like it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? That ain't fair. You guys got to understand from where I'm coming from. I mean, they sent me a letter saying it's from the previous accident, but the other thing, part of it you got to understand is why would I blame it on my own insurance company and take the hit on my insurance? I mean, the other accident was a month before this. And I know that the damage that's there now was not there from that. And I also have pictures from a body shop and from Progressive Insurance that I have submitted to show that the damage that's on it now was not there after that other accident. And I'm just trying to be honest. You guys have been trying to get me to put it on Progressive, and I won't do that. Even though I know if I did that, it would save me a bunch of headache from having to take the hit on my insurance. Think about it. Why would I be doing this if it was from that? They're 100% at fault for this last accident. I was rear-ended at a stoplight by a drunk driver. You tell me why I would be fighting it this hard if I could have just put it on them. I'm telling you right now, think about that part for a minute. 100% at fault, drunk driver. I could have easily put it on them if I fucking wanted to be I'm sorry, I didn't mean to swear. If I wanted to be a dishonest person, but I don't. I'm trying to work with you guys and be fair, and I'm trying to do it the honest way, and you guys are sitting here trying to get me to commit fraud. You're trying to get me to put it back on this other claim when that's fraud. And that's why that's what I told the Attorney General. And he goes, that doesn't make much sense. He goes, He goes, yeah, obviously if you're not a dumbass and if it was from that claim, you would have put it on that. And I would have. So that's why you need to think about that for a minute, what you're trying to get me to do. You're trying to get me to commit fraud. And that ain't fair. My truck is severely damaged from this. You guys aren't taking this seriously, and it's been 6 months. I have 2 aneurysms, one right next to my heart and one right next to my kidney. This is messing me up. My blood pressure is through the roof for 6 months. Plus, I'm going to treatment for that last accident, and I've had to miss all sorts of appointments because of having to meet your estimator and not having a vehicle and everything else and trying to deal with this. I can't believe how you guys are treating me. This is not like a good neighbor. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. And you know what? I'm talking to you better than I've been talking to anyone else at this place at State Farm. But you know what? You guys have been so disrespectful to me. I don't know what to do. And that's what I'm asking you. What do I do here? Because you got to listen to what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense that I would put it on my own insurance if I didn't have to. You know what I mean? I have to because I have to be honest here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I just pulled up the stuff that was sent over to us, and I reviewed it. So what I see here, they just have the estimate that they wrote up, and then they just had like some photos of your vehicle. And so what I would recommend is them sending, a supplement again, but explaining, hey, this is why we need the labor. This is what we're going to do in depth, because they're just sending their estimate and then photos, not really,
okay,
going into depth. So I would definitely recommend that. Hey, this is why we need to do this. This is why we need to do that, and then any evidence. Hey, pictures.
Right. I mean, I get it because I know the file's really disorganized at this point. I know stuff's been. I'm really sorry about swearing. I'm just having a hard time with this, but okay. I you know what I mean? I get what you're saying because I know you could look at the file and you see pictures of your pictures there, and none of it you can, kind of put it in a timeline. It really doesn't make sense. I understand that.
Exactly.
And I get that. And I know it's like a mess now. And I really feel like I handled this from the beginning wrong, but at the same time, I don't feel like, whatever. We made some mistakes here and I have no problem doing that, but it's like, it's really hard to do like sending messages and stuff. And the estimator you guys send out, he like sits and like agrees with us and he's just an idiot. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, but like, is there someone else you can send out so we can explain it to them and see if and show them pictures and I can show them the evidence? Cause it's so hard to do it. You know what I mean? In emails. I mean, if I have to do it in emails, I'll try it one more time. You know what I mean? But I guess it's really hard for me to ask the shop to do this because in the end of this, if you look at the estimate and what they're asking, there's no way you guys are going to fix it. Every place I've talked to agrees that truck is totaled. And I'm to that point myself because honestly, like the truck is worth about $15,000. You know what I mean? I've looked up market comparables. It's not worth that much anymore. You know what I mean? And no matter what, I'm screwed because I'm underwater on it anyways. I'm going to end up owing money no matter what. And I'm accepting that fact because the reality is that there's so much damage that's not seen. Like the amount of weight that this crane put on the front of my trailer and pushed down on the back of my truck, my suspension is messed up. Like I go down the road and it's like wandering and like there's just so much unseen damage until it's taken apart. We're not going to know everything, but we can't even get there when you guys are just trying to lowball it so much. But at the same time, I mean, we got to meet somewhere on this and like look at this realistically from a realistic point. This truck is not repairable at this point. And everyone agrees with me. And everyone has convinced me of that. I wanted it fixed because I owe so much on it. I'd rather have the truck fixed. You know what I mean? But at this point, I don't want a truck that's not safe. I haven't been able to pull a trailer. I haven't been able to do anything with it. So if you have a solution, I'm all ears.
Like I said, if you could just have them submit everything over and explain it like in detail. Hey, this is why we need this. This is why we need that. We don't agree with X, Y, Z. Just so our estimator can review it.
Okay, I mean that's fine, but you do realize we've explained it to him in person. He's been out there, and there was like 10 people at the shop when he was there. He was there for an hour, and I recorded the entire conversation with this guy. He was yelling us, and like he understood what we were saying. He knows. He's just being stubborn. He won't call me back. He won't message me back. So I mean, I don't know what to do. What?
Just keep documenting the claim because that is just like word of mouth. Like, oh, okay, you explained it and then he agreed, but this you can actually document it in the claim, for you, and you say, hey, you know what? Daniel had, the shop explain it to us, and if he's not doing it in the correct manner, then we can have it documented. And then within this, you can his manager can even review it, hey, is that estimator doing his job, correctly?
Okay. I mean, I really, honestly, like I wholeheartedly believe that you believe that, to be honest with you. I don't know how long you've worked for State Farm, but it's just, I mean, I'll try. I'm not saying I won't, but I mean, honestly, State Farm doesn't work like that because let me tell you something. We've been trying since October. Well, I've been trying since October. And then once I moved to a new shop, and the problem is this shop knows that they're not going to get any money for helping me. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know how that all works. You know what I mean? Like, and for me to go back to them and ask them again, they already took like 6 hours shop time to bring my truck into their shop, have someone wash it off, lift it up and put it up on a rack because they only have one lift there for all their cars. And we had to wait for the adjuster to come or the estimator. And now you expect us to do that again? That's kind of unfair. You know what I mean? I mean, like, how can we, like, I mean, like, now I need to ask him to write something up. Like, he's done with it. You know what I mean? I can't, I have no more, I feel like you guys are doing this intentionally because how can I ask him to do that? You know what I mean? Unless I can write it and explain it, but I mean, how are you going to believe me? I'm just some idiot. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do that doesn't even, I'll try, but I mean, I don't think I mean, honestly, like, I mean, this is just so unfair. Like, I mean, I can't even, like, I'm just wholeheartedly, like, I'm not kidding you. You're like my mom. You know what I mean? Because we did all when we bought the truck, everything was in her name because of interest rates and everything else, and it was for my dad's pension because he was a Vietnam vet, and we used the widow pension to buy me a truck and get me started union work and everything like that. And this is killing my mom. She had a brain aneurysm in 2019 and almost died, and she cannot handle this kind of stress. And do you know how angry I am that my mom is stressed out about this? You know what I mean? I have aneurysms, but because I have the same disease, but it's like, whatever, that's me. But when it comes to my mom and what you guys are doing to her, I'm really upset. Like, I mean, this isn't fair. I mean, you guys literally could kill my mom at any given time because she stresses about everything. So, I mean, I don't know if you sound like a decent person, and I don't know if you got someone you can talk to because I've explained it pretty well to you. And if someone wants to call, I've tried to explain it to other people there, but they just don't listen. And I think the only thing they're going to listen to is if we go to court. And I don't want to do that because that is messed up that you guys are going to make me do this. But it's like, I don't know what else to do at this point. Like, I mean, you guys aren't being fair. It's clearly from this loss. The box, I've sent pictures over the box. You can see how damaged the box and how my truck looks now. Basically, I brought it to the shop and all they did was break the frame and maybe straighten it a little bit, but it still looks like absolute crap. And so I don't know what else to do here. I mean, I'll try. That's all I can do. So, and Matt, don't call me back. I leave him messages and I've been documenting everything. I mean, the Department of Commerce knows and they're going to they're doing their investigation and it'll be done in a couple of weeks. And I don't know. I doubt you guys even care what they have to say, to be honest, from my understanding. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. So, I mean, that's where you guys stand, right? So, I mean, there's nothing I can do, right?
And then, question for you. I know you don't agree with the amount. Are you wanting us to make the payment, the other payment of the rest of it to you or to Luther?
You can make it to me. I don't care. It's fine. They're not going to end up. They're not doing the work at this point until obviously because this isn't enough money. I mean, obviously we want the money either way. I mean, we'll just hang on to the check or whatever till we figure this out. I mean, we want whatever we can get at this point. But either way, the bottom line is that I don't know what you got. Like, it's not by taking the check. I mean, we're not accepting that this is settled at all. But I know that's not what we're saying here. I know that, but
no, yeah.
So I just
everything that we talked about too, though, and into the claim and the next steps and all.
Well, you do see that I filed an appeal, right? That I sent in emails saying I wanted to appeal to you guys' decision, right? I sent them in on Friday, and like 2 of them, and like pictures. I sent in pictures and everything. Like, I mean, I mean, honestly, you can't. I don't know. I'm just blown away. I mean, how can a frame be replaced for $5,000? I mean, that's not even like they're not. No one shop in the world's even going to start working on it. They won't even because it's not even. That's laughable, you know. Is that how I start an appeal? I mean, are we in the appeals process now because I sent that or no? Because that's what the guy told me. That's what they told me to do to get an appeal started, was exactly that. Is that wrong? Did they lie to me?
What guy? I'm sorry.
Last week, well, I talked to a gal. I talked to a gal and I talked to a guy. There was some John guy I talked to, and then there was, I can't remember her name. I know that she was, whatever. Whatever. She yelled at me and stuff, and, whatever. I was rude to her, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Whatever. And she told me that what I needed to do was to fill out an email, and just like I did, and send it in and say, I want to appeal this. I want someone else to look at it, or whatever I said. And her and that John guy told me that. And you know what? I have a feeling that that's probably not how it's done, and you guys are just stringing me along. But I am glad that I record every phone call with you guys, because it's just icing on the cake when we go to court. Because honestly, like, I have probably 100 documented phone calls with you guys now, and every one of you lie to me and say something different. And I don't know if you guys are intentionally doing it or if you truly believe what you're saying to me, because you guys can't, that's what State Farm tells you guys to say. But you guys got to get your story straight. Because honestly, you guys have hung yourself so bad. I'm not even kidding you. Like, the punitive damages at this point, I mean, my God, seriously, you guys have been so messed up. You guys have lied so bad from 1 minute to the next. Like, one phone call and then another phone call 20 minutes later, you guys say a completely different thing. You guys are just liars. So, yeah, sure, I'll see what I can do.